What's going on, guys? Mona here, bringing you week 1 of the World Showdown Series. This time we're facing the ThePichuBros and his Adelaide Aggrons. Be sure to check out his channel, he's a really cool dude. And he has a scary team. So a quick recap into my team. Diancie, defensive, to take hits mainly from the Victini, a specific spread there. Moonblast, Earth Power, Trick Room for the Sumaril in case, and the Blastoise in case he sets up the Sticky Web. And Protect just to scout if the Victini is a Scarf or not. Maybe that can work with leftovers. Then we have Maxwell the Rotom, which I'm kinda proud of the set. Reflect, Light Screen with Light Clay, plus Discharge and Pain Split. It can be quite interesting to see Rotom in this match because it can give a lot of support for my main offensive threats. Then we have Jirachi, which is rocking the U-Turn, Iron Head, Stealth Rock and Magic Code for the Sticky Web from Galvantula in case I can catch that. Then we have Blastoise with Rapid Spin, Toxic Scald, and Ice Beam pretty standard, modest, a little bit of speed, well, quite a bit of speed to outspeed Nidoqueen. Then we have Nidoking, Life Force, Sheer Force with Earth Powers, Sludge Wave, Thunderbolt, and Sucker Punch with a Hasty Nature. And last but not least, a Sumaru, which is our main sweeper and our main way to win this game with Aqua Jet, Waterfall, Play Rough, and the Belly Drum set with Citrus Berry, Adamant, of course. And he decided to bring Victini, Galvantula, Nidoqueen, Alomomola, Hitmonchan, and Altaria. So I was expecting fight out of these 6 months. The last spot was between Hitmonchan, Electros, maybe Keyclean if he tries to do some damage with that. But either way, I plan a lot for this team, and I think I can do some work with mine. So yeah, going into the match, my best lead, as I saw Galvantula, I thought about Sticky Web. And because that thing is a little bit of a threat for my team, I decided to lead off with Jirachi, expecting him to not spec the Magic Code. So yeah, let's see. And he decided to bring Nidoqueen as his lead. Now I don't have a move to touch this, I just go for the U-turn. I didn't want to take an Earth Power or a Earthquake, as you'll see. And with the Levitate from Rotom, I can now set up a Reflect, which is nice. He sets up his rocks, which is also nice. I can get rid of them late in the match. I make a double here predicting the Galvantula, trying to catch the Sticky Web with the Magikarp again, but he goes into Alomomola. I'm going to take this opportunity to set up my rocks as he goes for a Toxic. Now here, I knew he probably will go again for the Toxic, but either way, I didn't want him. The only move I have here is either flinch him or go for a U-turn. So I decided to go to the U-turn or even Magikarp. Like I thought about Magikarp, but I mean, it's a really good play from his part. If he goes for a double Toxic, he has nothing to lose, and he's a good player. So you'll see he goes again for the Toxic. I could have gone for the Magikarp and Toxic him, but either way, I go to the Rotom and get Toxic. So that's fine. I mean, it's not the worst for me. I prefer this to be Toxic, not any other of my mons. As I go for the Discharge and get the Paralysis. That's a good damage, but that's not a 2-hit KO. He goes for the knockoff, and this is really important in the match because now I have to play around my Reflex and my Light Screens to give an opportunity to my offensive mons to do damage. And with only 5 turns, it will be a little bit of a problem. Alomomola is getting kind of annoying now with that set with Toxic and knockoff. I expected either one of those two, but not both. So yeah, I mean, I'm starting to think maybe he has not Wish, maybe he has not Protect. And yeah, let's see. Then I take the knockoff. So at this point, I want to make a double trying to predict the Nidoqueen because it was like an obvious switching. And here it's where the match kind of goes another way. I go for the Earth Power. He has a Choco Berry. He lives, but I leave an Earthquake right with the Reflect. No, he gets a crit. Now at that moment I was kind of a little bit salty, but not that much because it's Pokemon, and I just laugh a little bit. Nidoking was important for the Alomomola mainly. It takes it from the Galvantula also. I outspeed the Mega Altaria and I can hit it hard with the Sludge Wave. But I mean, you'll see the rest of the match. This maybe could matter, maybe not. You'll never know because it's just theory. But yeah, I mean, at that point, it was unfortunate. I go to the Jirachi and he decides to sack off Barney's wife. which is nice with the Iron Head. He brings now a Alomomola, and at this point I didn't want to risk Blastoise being toxic, and I didn't want to risk the knockoff on the Rotom, so I tried to go for the flinch. I got it the first time, but not the second one. You'll see as he goes for the knockoff and gets rid of my Chuka Berry. Which, I mean, at that point, maybe it's scary for Altaria because that thing in the back with a D-Dance can be really scary. And I go for the U-turn now. Now here is where the hacks goes on my way this turn. He gets Para one time, so I take this opportunity to I think set up a Reflect again, because he has more physically offensive mons than special. That's why I was just going for that. Now here I predicted the Energy Ball, trying him to catch my Blastoise or my Diancie mainly. And I reveal the Magic Cone in case he has a Sticky Web, but he goes for a Thunder and knocks me out. So now Diancie is bulky as hell, so I'm gonna take this Energy Ball really nice, and I'm gonna go through a Moonblast, doing a lot of damage now. I want more leftovers, so I just go for the Protect. He reveals that he has Volt Switch and that maybe he has not Sticky Web, so that's really nice for my team. And he's gonna get the Volt Switch, like he has to get rid of Rocks if he wants to bring out Ventula again, so I mean I'm fine with that. Now here also, at this point, after these next 3 turns, you'll see like the crit maybe was nothing for me. I'm going to Protect and he's gonna get Para the first time. Either way, I don't know if these turns matter a lot, because I still have a Summon in the back, and with the Belly Drum I think I can probably win the game with it. Like just Altaria can take a hit, but Diancie can still take an Earthquake, so that's nice. But he gets Para 3 times, as you'll see, so I'm really sorry, bro, about that. I mean, I don't know if the position, like my Summoner was in a good position, but it was going to be a really different match after that. So yeah, quite a bit of hacks in both sides. He decides to save the Alomomola for a little bit more, and Galvantula gets sacked off. So now I just go for the Protect as he tries to Toxic me, but that's fine. I mean, I can live with Diancie Toxic, and I'm gonna throw a Moonblast doing damage. And now here I think I go for the Earth Power, yeah, predicting the Victini maybe, and I didn't want to give that a free switch. But he stays in, he's sacking the Alomomola as you are seeing, and I just gonna throw a Moonblast and knock the Alomomola out. So now he's gonna bring the Hitmonchan, I think, yeah, trying to get rid of the rocks because they are annoying for his last 2 offensive mons. And he's gonna go for the Rapid Spin. Now this is an opportunity for me to go into Blastoise and do damage to this thing. By the damage, he's definitely a Assault Vest, but as you'll see, I get the burn, and that's huge for me, because now I can leave a Thunder Punch and I can go for a Rapid Spin to get rid of these rocks, which are not nice. So he's gonna keep going for the Thunder Punches. He gets the Para, which is, I mean, kind of fair because of the hacks in my way, and that allows him to make more damage. I go for the Toxic there in case he tried to go into Altaria and give that thing a timer, but ultimately he goes for another Thunder Punch and knocks me out. So now we are 3-3. Summary still has a great chance to sweep. I'm gonna go for a Reflect here. I was hoping him to knock me out really, but the Reflect actually like was bad for me, because I want that Rotom to die and then let the Summary come in and sweep. Now in this part of the match, he brings Victini, and I didn't need the light screen, and I was fearing this thing to be Substitute because he preserved it a lot, so maybe that got into my mind and I thought about Substitute. So I'm gonna go for a Discharge and break the sub, which is huge because now I'm not getting swept by that thing. So I'm gonna bring a Sumaril. I know he was probably going for the Substitute again, and I'm gonna go for my Waterfall, which was my best play. Now here I also thought about him doubling, but either way Waterfall was a good play. And at this point now I got really scared. Now I can either waterfall predicting the Victini, making him another nice double and letting my reflect go down, but I know that he's gonna return because the only way for him to win now is with Victini setting us up in front of me and maybe win. So I'm just gonna go for the player of the safest play. He's gonna do around 40%, I think. Yep, 35%, and I'm gonna knock him out with the player of. Now here, the only way he can win me is, I think, if he gets a crit with energy ball on my Diancie, because I live any hit. I go for the Aqua Jet just for him not to get a sub, and he's gonna knock me out. And at the end, I got Diancie versus Victini. Let's see if he has not energy ball. He goes for the same health. He flinched me. No, he gets knocked out by the Earth Power, and we, the Monterrey Gyarados, are gonna get our first win of the season, and we're gonna go 1-0 with a +1 differential. Really good game, PichuBro. You had a great match, and your team is really scary, man. Like, I know I was talking with him at the end of the match. We both know that Hacks was important in the match, and we didn't want to theory a lot. So yeah, I mean, he's a really cool dude. He's a really great battler. I've been seeing some of his matches in other leagues, and I encourage you guys to check him out. I'll leave a link in the description. And yeah, I mean, man, good luck in the rest of the season. I hope to see you in playoffs. So yeah, we're moving to week 2 then. Next week, we're facing Dips and the Orlando Mudkips, I think. That's gonna be really fun too. So yeah, guys, I mean, let's get hype about the season. Let's get hype about get the first win in our first week. And yeah, if you enjoy, please subscribe, leave a like, and leave comments. And I'll see you next Friday for the team builder from next week. Also, I'm getting new to editing, so sorry for not a lot of editing in this video, but of addition in this video. But I promise I'll try to make some time in my schedule, because school is just knocking me out all the days of the week. But I'll try to get more used to editing programs and give you quite a better content. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.